an interesting and informative day yesterday. Now, about half the class chose to work on the horse algebra that was over here in the Twitter feed. And if you chose not to do it because you would rather work on things MATLAB related, hey, good for you. If you didn't do it because you didn't even know it was an option, you're not paying attention. And chances are you're not even watching this video, which is sad for a number of different reasons. And we'll get to those in a second. If you want the answer and want to learn a little bit more about Photoshop and layers and how and why they're used, you might watch this video for that reason and see how to arrive at the correct answer. This idea that I filled this out ahead of time, the day the universe changed, before knowing about this, I thought, silly me, that this would relate to you, that you get the MATLAB now. And I know many of you do. Many of you are reading all this and understanding that some things get added that weren't there yesterday. Good for you. If you're not reading this stuff, I don't know what to do to help you, because I've had so many reminders, and I'm going to start ditching the reminders next week and just dealing out consequences, because students need to learn. And you know, and you're tired of hearing these reminders. So I'll stop. Next week, this is the last week of them. This is now off the table. Solve for question mark. If you want to see the results, here's the spreadsheet, the distribution of guesses by period, and what period got the right answer. And did you get the right answer? You can watch that video or come down here and see two examples. This was the most popular guess. And some of you guessed it because, hey, I already know the answer. And I said, that's fine. You can pull on prior knowledge. You can also follow the instructions. Now, this kid did. He wrote it right here, but then, of course, wrote his answer solving for 2 question marks rather than 1. This young lady solved for the question mark. Now, this was an honest mistake. This was following through and paying attention to details. Sad, but no consolation prize here. Now, from this point forward, I'm going to start removing this everyone, and that'll go next week, because I want everyone to watch the day's videos always and read the day's 411, even if you're on another week. I want you to know what's current. Does that make sense? So that when you do catch up to where you left off, you'll know, and you'll already be familiar with this. Now, this has been on the board for a couple weeks, and it will remain on the board through Friday, and then I'm going to erase it. And you're still paying attention. Others have left this video behind. There's going to be a consequence for this starting next week. And the reason is, number one, this is potentially damaging to the headphones. And we've already seen it happen in the classroom because the chairs get hung up in the headphone cords hanging off the desk. And then pushing the chairs in, well, this is just being polite for the next person. So it's part of the MATLAB way to care about your classmates. And you now know that this is going to be expected from this point forward. Now, as a special gift for those of you who have followed this video to the bitter end, you may notice that there are new items, and I've kind of rearranged how this fell on the page as well. The 411 for the win. This is for actually watching the video and reading the rest of the instructions on the page, and you're responsible for this. A little nitpicky, you missed an element, is not going to be penalized. Go ahead and buy this. You can buy one every single day you watch the video. The 411 fail, this is not for little mistakes. These are for people who either claim this and didn't do it, or didn't do it, period. This will add up quickly. And this is heavily weighted in the wrong direction. And last but not least, those of you who actually had the right answer, you're not going to split 1,000 gold. you're going to get a far better reward because you paid attention to details and you got the right answer. Now, anyone claiming this who didn't get the right answer, bad news. And anyone who walks up to me after having watched the 411 and asks me what their reward is for this, this is your reward. Even if you got the right answer, this is what you're going to get. And that's why you should pay attention to the 411 so you can see clearly now.